Welcome back to my channel. Let's talk. Some days, the weight of what we're facing, the cruelty, the chaos, the relentless attacks on our rights, it feels like too much. Like no strategy or spreadsheet can compete with the raw ache of the despair. And if one more person tells you to just stay hopeful, you might throw your phone across the room. Gently, of course, in a trauma-informed way. But here's the thing. Despair doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're awake. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to lead through despair, not around it. You'll get 4 movement-aligned tools to help you stay rooted, stay strategic, and keep showing up without burning out or numbing out. And if you've been feeling like the heaviness might swallow your capacity whole, this one's for you. I post weekly videos for movement leaders and change agents who are done with chaos and ready to lead with structure, clarity, and real collective power. Because let's be honest, passion without planning is just a meltdown waiting to happen. I'm Elizabeth Cronise McLaughlin, and for over 15 years, I've worked with thousands of movement leaders, nonprofit directors, and community organizers around the globe. Many of them holding frontline grief while still organizing the next campaign, action, or for the next election cycle. And I've seen this truth again and again. We cannot strategize our way out of emotional overwhelm unless we also tend to the body carrying it. This video is part strategy, part permission slip, and all grounded in what works in the field. And no, it's not drink more water and take a nap, though if you've done neither today, you might want to pause and go do that first. Here's our first tool. We have to name the emotional truth without shaming it. Movements collapse when we pretend we're fine while we're breaking. You don't have to stay positive. You have to stay honest. And when leaders name what's real, I'm tired, I'm scared, I'm furious, it gives others permission to stop performing too. That vulnerability, it's not a liability. It's infrastructure for trust. So here's one strategic practice I recommend. Start your organizational meetings with a 2-minute emotional check-in. Let people land as human beings before you push for outcomes. Because if someone's crying in the Zoom waiting room and you jump straight to turnout numbers, well, that's how we lose good people. And yes, I have seen it. The second tool that you really need right now is to build a nervous system strategy. You already know how to power map and canvas and mobilize, but have you mapped your own central nervous system thresholds? If your body is stuck in fight, flight, or freeze, your leadership suffers, even if your calendar is full. And look, if your organizing spreadsheet has more tabs than your body has hours of sleep this week, it's time. Here's what I want to suggest to you as a movement-aligned practice. You want to set 3 daily cues for yourself, and you can do this in a calendar app. It's super easy. You need 1 reminder to regulate, like breath work or a grounding exercise that makes you feel comfortable and safe in your own body. You need 1 practice to release. This can be movement or vocalization, or my favorite, shaking it out. And you need 1 practice to receive. Connection, music, stillness, or just a conversation with a really good friend that makes you laugh. This isn't wellness culture. This is how we keep from becoming rage zombies who make bad decisions out of panic and anger instead of solid strategic decisions that move movements forward. Tool number 3, you need to clarify what's yours to carry. Despair gets louder when everything feels like it's yours to fix. But here's a little secret. You're not the entire movement. You're a node in the web. And your power as a movement leader comes from clarity about where to lead and where to step back. Try this framework. Ask yourself, is this mine to lead? Is it mine to support? Is it mine to witness? If the answer is none of the above, it's time to release it gently, but release it nonetheless. Like an inbox full of unread DMs from that one activist group chat that's turned into a therapy circle, if it's not sustainable and not sustaining, it's time to let it go. Tool number 4, I want you to create containers for grief. And here I want to tell you a little story. Here in my community, there's a community organizer who is incredibly compelling as a public speaker. And back in December of 2024, she gave a speech that, no joke, changed my entire perspective about grief. Essentially what she said was that if we as movement leaders did not grieve the loss of everything that we left on the field and fought for in the 2024 election, we would not be able to move forward to support our communities and to continue making change. And she recommended that all of us grieve with one another, with our communities, and with those who love us the most. Here's why she made that recommendation. Because despair festers in silence. But I'll tell you something else. It softens in community. Here's what most movements miss. Grief needs a container. And if you don't build one, it will seep into your organizing spaces in ways that derail momentum. Here's what it looks like. You can opt to hold monthly grief circles or mourning rituals that allow those you work with to express their grief. You can build in dedicated space at calls or in conversation to metabolize what's been lost. And it's really important in these spaces to let the tears flow because they're information too that helps you to understand where people are hurting and where they need support. And if someone brings tissues and snacks to the grief circle, that's leadership, my friends. That's someone who cares enough that you should be thinking about their role in what you're building and how they can create inspiration and help you lead. Now, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these tools feels most urgent to you right now? Or, real talk, what's the most ridiculous self-care advice you've ever received while actively trying to hold your coalition together? Drop it below. Your wisdom might help another leader exhale for the first time this week. And if this video resonated, if you're holding heavy leadership with no blueprint for how to sustain it, I want to personally invite you to apply for the Ripple Effect Institute. It's our signature training space for seasoned organizers and movement builders, ready to go from burnout to legacy-driven leadership. You've already led and you've already built. Now let's make it sustainable. You can apply now using the link below in the show notes. Let's rebuild your leadership infrastructure together. And if this video helped you take a breath, which I really hope it did, please like it and share it with another leader who's carrying too much. And don't forget to subscribe for more grounded strategy every week. Thanks so much for being here, and let's keep up the good fight.